Hello everyone, I'm Landon Schlungen. Welcome back, as it says here. Today, I'm going to give you 5 tips and tricks for FreeCodeCamp. The first tip is that you don't have to do all the sections, especially the sections that are outdated. So I'd recommend doing actually all of the responsive web design projects and sections. Those are very helpful, and it gives you a very good foundation for writing HTML and CSS and putting stuff on a web page. JavaScript algorithms and data structures. I would do most of this. Some of the stuff is outdated, but it teaches you like the evolution of what JavaScript was before and modern JavaScript we have now. And yeah, I would recommend doing all of this. The algorithm scripting ones, they might be challenging at first. I know they were for me. If you're having trouble with those, you can skip those and go on and like make sure you can do the challenges at least. Well, I don't know if they're challenges, but it's like part of the course where you just do a little section here and there and then move on. The algorithms and data structured projects, these are very hard, so it's not unusual to look those up and seek help and explanation for how to do those. So I'd recommend doing that. And then the front-end development libraries, a lot of this stuff is maybe not taught the best on FreeCodeCamp. Bootstrap is kind of outdated. It would be helpful to maybe do this stuff as well, though, just because it teaches you like what a front-end framework is. It's basically just a huge CSS file. And then jQuery is super outdated. You probably don't need to do that one. Sass is useful, but React taught on this on FreeCodeCamp isn't really that great. Like they don't teach you to you very well. I would recommend going over to the CodeCademy to learn that one. I know CodeCademy did a very good job with helping me learn it, and that's kind of how I got my first job was learning React and doing a project in it. So yeah, CodeCademy, the one for that. Redux and React and Redux, I would skip these. The front-end development libraries projects. So once you learn on CodeCademy React, I would recommend doing all of these projects and making them your own, having fun with them. I have videos on my channel that go over them and how to do them. And then we have the data visualization certification. If you want to do data visualization, you can go ahead and do it. I would recommend just skipping that section. Not useful at all in getting a job, really. Yeah, just I would recommend skipping that. And then relational database certification, this one is actually super helpful. So make sure to do everything in the relational database course. I went through all of this stuff on my YouTube channel. And yeah, all this stuff is very helpful. Gets you in the lots of practice with the command line and how to use relational databases. Okay. And then, yeah, and, store your data for your users. And, that's what software engineers do, store a bunch of data. Okay. And then back-end development and APIs, I would recommend doing all of these as well. Super helpful, of course. And they use REPL.it, another tool. Um, you learn how to use GitHub a little bit, I think, at least in here. Maybe Git is in the relational database part, actually. Yeah, Git is very helpful. And then quality assurance, you could do all of those. Scientific computing, if you want to do data science, you can do these Python certifications. They don't really teach you Python very well in this. You can go over to CodeCademy to learn Python and then come back to this and actually do the projects and learn some of this stuff. But I think these are videos actually. Machine learning, I haven't done that one, so I don't know whether or not to recommend it, and I haven't done that one or these at all. Okay, and you probably don't have to do the coding interview prep. Um, they're very hard challenges, and uh, there's better ways to learn coding interview prep on like LeetCode or even Code Wars is better. All right, the second tip is inside of our editor, so like even on this first one, inside of this editor, we have a bunch of shortcuts we can do. So the shortcuts we can do are, well, first of all, give me some space. If you hold Alt, you can move a whole line up and down with your arrows. If you have a H1 here and you press Control D, it'll actually select both H1s, and then you can, change it to paragraph P or an H2, whatever you want. And then also, Another thing you can do is have multiple cursors. So say we want to write the same thing 3 times. I just hold down Alt and then I click, and then I can, put down multiple cursors. Hello, and then I can write on more lines at once. You can save some time there. You can do Control A to select all. Although I think that actually, yeah, selects all of the code. Those are the main ones I use. You can also copy a line down. You hold down Alt and Shift at the same time, and then you press the down arrow or even the up arrow. It will copy it upwards. Okay. Those are the main ones I use. Trying to think if I use any other shortcuts really. I don't really think so. Yeah, those are the main ones I use. So hopefully those shortcuts are helpful. The next tip number 3, is to become a faster typer. It's going to be really annoying to having to type this, like especially if you're a really slow typer. So my recommendation is to go to a website called Keeper.com, and do a bunch of typing lessons and get to at least 40 words per minute for like going and attempting free code camp again. It'll just make your life much more enjoyable to, code this stuff up. It'll go much faster, and you won't have you won't be having to sit there for ages and ages just trying to um, type some code. All right, my next tip number 4, is if you get stuck. So let's say I check my code. This is obviously wrong because I need to have cat photo app. You can check the forums, although I'm not. How do I? Yeah, you can go to help. I guess if you mess up 3 times or more, you can go to help, and then you can check the forum or research ask, um, and it goes to the forum. And usually people have some answers for you. Otherwise, the next tip is to search Google. So, if you're really stuck, you can search Google. I have videos on this stuff, so although I do like a whole section in a whole video, so yeah, you have to like kind of search through the steps in my videos, but I do complete pretty much all of them. The next tip, my fifth and final tip, actually I already mentioned this final tip, is to supplement your learning with CodeCademy. These 4 courses really helped me a ton, especially for Python. React course, I would highly recommend. It's one of the best React courses I've ever seen or done because it's hands-on and you learn step by step. And then you can, even when I guess I haven't completed it, I probably did complete it, but they probably added more features onto it. You can move on to part 2, and they might have a part 3. I'm not sure, but also learn the command line on this. It's also much better than FreeCodeCamp. Well, actually, FreeCodeCamp now offers a command line course, so they're both good for that. You can also supplement your learning with the HTML and CSS part, but I think FreeCodeCamp covers that pretty well. And yeah, especially do it for the React part. Otherwise, that's it for me. Those are my 5 tips and tricks of how to use FreeCodeCamp effectively and quickly get it done, and hopefully land a job at the end of it. And just if you're curious to learn how to code, even if it's just a hobby, I hope these tips and tricks help, and I'll see you next time. All right, see you later. Bye.